What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be looking at my top classes for Prestige 1. So I just got to the max level of the first Prestige, I guess it's technically before the first Prestige. So my very first playthrough here, I just hit level 55, and I wanted to go over my favorite classes to use so far, because people are constantly asking me what I like to use and what I feel are good classes. So I'm going to show you guys a variety of classes that I'm using that I'm really having fun with and really enjoying. And hopefully you guys will also enjoy using them as well. Keep in mind, with a lot of these, I'm still constantly switching guns out. So the gun is constantly changing. It's more so the perk setups that stay the same. And I just kind of substitute guns that fit well with the different perk combinations. So first off, we have this class right here, which is the M8A7, which I just unlocked and I've really been enjoying. I've only used for a couple games because I just hit level 55. But I will be using my permanent unlock on the M8A7 because it is still an absolute beast of a gun. I like using the red dot and the quick draw grip. Or I think they just call it quick draw, not quick draw grip. But I like using red dot and quick draw with this. I want to try stock out again to see how stock is, but I think it's still pretty weak. I haven't unlocked it yet for the M8, so unfortunately we haven't done that. Every single one of these classes I'm going to be showing you has an XM53 as a secondary. I just feel like it's just a given for any class, because if a UAV gets called in against you, you just whip that thing out, shoot the UAV down, and you're back on your way. You get basically a free 125 score, I think it is, or 150 score. I can't quite remember. But you just get that free score for shooting the UAV down, plus now you're not showing up on the enemy radar. So I find the XM53 is very useful at this point in the game's life cycle. The classes are bound to kind of change and evolve as time goes on, and I'm likely going to change, or I'm going to show you guys my classes for every single prestige as I go through, so you guys can see the evolution of my classes as I go on. Next up for this one, we have a Thermite as the lethal, and then we have 2 concussion grenades. For tacticals, I find concussions to be the best. For lethal, I've been enjoying the Thermite lately. It's not quite as deadly as frags and semtexes a lot of the time, but it's really good for getting cutoffs and keeping enemies off of flags and things like that. So it doesn't always get a kill, but it almost always at least scares that enemy away or scares them out of hiding or something like that. And I really like the way the Thermite does that. So that's why I'm really enjoying that with this class. For perks, we have Flak Jacket, Fast Hands, and Tac Mask. So this is my one of my Tac Mask classes. I've been using awareness on a lot of my classes, but we'll get into that pretty soon. So this is kind of a really solid go-to class for objective game modes. I'm pretty much immune to concussion grenades and frag grenades. Wow, hard time Englishing today. And it's just a great objective class if you're trying to play a little bit more long-range objective. Next up, we have the 48 Dredge. This class is probably my best class for going on score streaks with, like earning my score streaks and going on longer streaks with. Because the 48 Dredge is just like a one-burst machine. This thing is a 6-round burst LMG. For attachments, I really like using red dot and quick draw, same with the M8, same as with the M8. Again, secondary XM53, lethal is the Thermite, and then we have 2 concussions, Flak Jacket, Fast Hands, and for this one I have Engineer. I like having one class that has Engineer. You can use that if the enemies are calling in tons of UAVs or something like that. It's really easy to help you. It's really good for helping you find those UAVs in the sky so you can shoot them down just that much faster. Or if they call in like a RAPS deploy ship or something, you can see all of those things through walls and you can shoot them very easily. They aren't even a threat at all if you're using Engineer. So that's why I like having one class that has that Engineer ready to go just in case. Next up, we have an SMG class. This is my kind of go-to rushing class. It's got the Pharaoh SMG, which right now is my favorite SMG in the game. It's very, very powerful. It's a 4-round burst gun. It's actually kind of funny. I'm really enjoying all of the burst guns in this game so far. I think all of the burst guns are like my favorite guns of their class. And for this one, I'm using long barrel. I was also using laser sight for a little while, but I did just recently unlock long barrel, so that's why I'm using that. And again, for our perks and everything, they didn't really change much. We have the XM53 launcher, Thermite, again, concussion, Flak Jacket, Fast Hands. This time we're using awareness. So this one, I like rushing in towards where the enemies are, where they're spawning, and I can just listen. So I can get in those close quarters areas, and no enemy can sneak up on me unless they're using dead silence, but even then I can usually hear a little bit when I have awareness on. So this thing, I can prepare for almost every single one of my gunfights as long as I'm close quarters, because I can hear every enemy that's around me with awareness. So that's why I have awareness on this class. It works excellent, so I'm ready for every gunfight. Also for this one, I have Afterburner on there. This is my rushing class. I like doing lots of wall runs and jumping around like crazy, and I like getting from point A to point B as fast as possible, and Afterburner definitely helps with that. Next up, we have my shotgun class, and this one I'm using the Argus with. Now, the Argus kind of behaves like the KSG from Black Ops 2, so it's not technically a slug shotgun. It is still buckshot, so it still has a hip spread when you're not aiming down sight, but when you aim down sight, it tightens up your spread to the point where it essentially is a slug. Like, it's so tight, it all goes in one hole, basically. So it behaves almost exactly like the KSG when you aim down sight. I really enjoy this shotgun. I really don't find you need very many attachments for it. If I could, I would put rapid fire on it, but I don't have rapid fire unlocked yet. I have very few attachments unlocked. I would love to put rapid fire and long barrel on this, but since I don't have them unlocked, I'm just running it without attachments. I like the iron sights. I don't feel quick draws needed, and suppressor I don't like the idea of because it'll reduce that range. So I just like running it naked and basically spending more points towards my perks. Again, XM53, Thermite, concussions, Flak Jacket, fast hands. You guys are seeing a trend here. Flak Jacket, fast hands, Thermite, concussions. I really like all of that combination, the XM53. And then also awareness, so just like I explained with the Pharaoh, if I get into those close quarter situations, I know where my enemies are as they rush towards me. I can be prepared for them, I can aim down sight and just pop them with this slug shotgun and they'll have no idea what hit them. And also tactical mask because that just kind of, it allows me to play the objective a little bit better as well. And just prevent from being stunned, because there are quite a fair number of stuns in this game. Lots of people are using concussions just because it's unlocked by default, and they are so powerful. So it is nice to have a few tac mask classes around. Next up, and finally here for my classes, this is my sort of versatile go-to kind of a class. This is a class that can be used on any map in any game mode, and you'll be just fine with it. This is the KN-44 with quick draw and foregrip. Then we have the XM launcher. This one is a frag grenade instead of thermite. I like having just that little bit of extra range every once in a while because I believe you throw the frag grenades further, or at least it looks like you throw frags further. Plus the frags are a little bit more deadly and like precision type explosives. So the thermite's good for like pushing enemies away from an area or clearing them off of an area, but it doesn't necessarily kill them. Whereas the frag, you can cook it, if you cook it right, you'll land it like right in an enemy's feet and he has no chance of escaping and it'll just kill him. So it's great for getting kills. Again, flak jacket, fast hands, and awareness. With this class, I feel comfortable on any map in any game mode and I can do just fine with it. I can still lead lobbies with this thing no matter what. Now some people struggle a little bit with the KN-44 because it does have some difficult to control recoil. It's not just like straight up and down recoil. It kind of kicks around within a certain range. So the foregrip definitely helps with that, and you do have to just be aware that there is some recoil. So challenging gunfights across the map sometimes isn't the best with the KN-44, but it's still pretty good at long ranges, and it's great up close as well because it does have a 3-shot kill potential. So there you have it. That's my 5 classes that I have made here for my first prestige. This is the end of my first prestige, and again, like I said, I do swap these guns around a lot. So I'll keep the perks like this one. It's basically my SMG class, so sometimes I'll just pop a VMP on, and for the VMP I like foregrip. So just keep that in mind. Like the classes that I have there, they're not like set in stone classes that I always use. It's just the classes that I'm really enjoying, and I wanted to kind of show off the ones that I feel I do the best with. And these are what I consider to be the best classes at the moment for me and for what's going on in the game right now. So I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What is your favorite class to use in Black Ops 3 so far? It can be an SMG class, assault rifle class. Just let me know, what is your go-to class that you just always do well with or you really enjoy using? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.